the lack of education or whatever the situation may be. You can blame everybody except the one you need to blame, which is yourself. Amen, because we don't want to do that. Somebody say amen. But God is trying to let us know that there is some give and take that has to happen. You've got to put in before you can take out. I can't hear nobody. You got to put in. You got to pay your dues. Y'all heard that before, right? You got to pay up. You've got to put in before you can take out. You've got to give before you can. You've got to sow before you can. Right, so God is saying that this is the time for you to sow, to put in, to add to, amen? And so I'm trying to get you to formulate, to shape your mind, begin to understand that there's something that you have to do. How many of you all want more than what you have? Oh, listen, I'm thankful, amen, I'm thankful for what I have, say amen. If you haven't been thankful, take a few minutes and say, God, I thank you for what I have. But I need more. I can't hear them. But I want more. But I've got to have more. Now, see, if there was no more for you, then that would be like, you get greedy. But why not have more when there is more? God, I thank you for what I have. I thank you for what I have. But I expect more. Is that all right? I need more. But if you're going to tap into more, there's something that you've got to do. And see, you have to do it consciously. So today I want to examine. We talked about getting into the process. We talked about the process, and I thought that was very exciting. If you haven't heard it, you need to go to www.thor.life and check it out. It will bless your life. And we talked about getting into the press. Yes, amen. We talked about getting into the press. And then Thursday, we talked about the reaction or the response or the reaction or what happens when you get into the press. But today, I want to talk about this cause and effect thing. I want you to be aware that what you do, amen, what you experience, let me go that way. What you experience in life is based on what you do. How many of you have looked at a circumstance and said, why did this happen? Why is this happening to me? Do you know that it is because? It's because you did something which brought about this effect. And if I can get you to understand that principle, you'll be more conscious about what you do. Because now you are aware that what you do or what you have is directly proportioned to what you do. The Bible says you shall have what you have what you say. And the Bible says you have not because you ask not. It's all predicated on what you do. Are you with me? So my subtopic today is just because. I said a whole lot that you missed, but I'm going to help you find it. The subject is just because. I'm going to say it one more time. Just because. And when you are cause, then the effect is automatic.
Hey, watch out now.
See, we want the effect. We want to reap the result of it, but we don't cause it to happen. Because we don't know how. But let me help you. Let me take that back. What we do it every day, all day, but we do it unconsciously. And you wonder why things are happening. You get mad at the devil, the church, at God, the preacher, your mama, your daddy, the ants, the roach, amen, the dog, the cat, and you don't realize that it's because of you. Oh my God. Oh my God. And sometimes that at first blush, it's hard to accept the fact that what happened to me is because of me. It's easier to blame somebody else. It was her fault. That's what, it was her fault. I never liked her in the first place. And then, he just makes me mad. I just knew it was something about him. It's easier for us to blame someone else. Amen. It's easier to blame the devil. It is easier to blame God. It's easier to blame somebody outside of ourselves. Is that right? But when you can grow up and put them on, and you can put them on and just hit the wall and understand that it is because of you. See, that it hurts at first. It'll knock the wind out of you. Say amen. It'll mess you up. Yes, it will. It'll lay you out, right? But on the other hand, it's healing in that. Because if you're smart enough, amen, if you begin to realize, wait 1 minute, you mean that happened because of me? You mean all of that tragedy happened because of me? You mean that misunderstanding happened because of me? Wait a minute, if I'm so powerful, if I'm that powerful to make that happen, what will happen if now you're in a position to change your circumstances purposefully. Intentionally. It's not accidentally. It's not by osmosis or wishful thinking. You don't have a magic elixir. You do it purposefully. Bless his name. That didn't taste too good. Bless his name. Listen, the most important kind of freedom is to be what you really are.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm going to read that again. The most important kind of freedom is to be what you really are. You trade in your reality for a role.
That's right.
How many of us have aligned ourselves with a role? In other words, society said, this is who you are, and this is how you're supposed to behave, and when you don't, shame on you. You trade in your reality for a role. You give up your ability to feel. In exchange, put on a mask. But today, I want to encourage you to just because. Is that all right? Now listen, I'm all over the place with this message. God dropped it in my spirit, and I've been trying to work with it, and I'm just depending on the Spirit of God to make it make sense. But stick with me. I believe God will bless you. So exchange as a noun is an act of giving one thing and receiving another. Yes, especially the same type or value in return. The exchange, it means give something and receive something in return. And see, when you understand that principle, it's easier to give. It's when you don't believe you're going to receive. That's when you don't give. Say amen. You know how it is in a relationship. No, I don't. You just give a little bit, amen. You just give a little something, amen. You ain't gonna give it all, amen. Somebody gotta say amen. You gonna give just enough to get by. Somebody say amen. I'm gonna help you right now. You gonna give just enough to get your lights paid. Amen. You're going to get just enough to get that ring covered. Amen. You're going to get just enough to get that lamp and that shade. Amen. You're going to get just enough to get a little gas in your car. Amen. And it's all right. I don't want you to feel bad about it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Somebody say amen. Y'all should have really got loud and clap right there. You got to do. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do because you got to get to where you got to get to. Is that right? When you understand you can exchange what you have for something better or equal or of better substance, it makes sense. Remember I said earlier, nothing happens unless you what? Did you hear? Nothing. Somebody say nothing. Nothing happens unless you make it happens. It won't matter until you make it matter. You can hear what I just said. It won't matter. It won't solidify. The particles won't come together until you make them come together. That thing that takes its form won't take its form unless you command it to. Formless substance becomes substance when you speak it into existence. I'm preaching real good. God is nothing until you have to understand how powerful you are. God, you are powerful. You can take nothing and make something happen.
All right, come on.
You can take nothing. Oh my God. What you say? It won't be nothing unless you make something.
Come on.
Bless his name. Bless his name. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Y'all praying for me. Nothing happens unless you make it happen. Just. Let's look at the word just. See, it's a posture. It's a position that you have to take. And it means exactly. Exactly. Look at your neighbor and say exactly. Precise. Absolute. Completely. See, sounds like God to me. God is absolute. God is exact. God is complete. See, we have forgotten how to be exact. We have forgotten how to be absolute. We have forgotten how to be precise. Well, what do you want for dinner? Well, I don't know. Well, who's going to know if you don't know? Well, what do you feel like? Well, you know, I just don't know yet. Well, why don't you know what you like yet? Well, what do you taste like? What is... Help me, Jesus.
Come on now.
Oh, bless his name. Oh, bless his name.
All right now.
Oh, completely. Totally. Well, what do you have a taste for? But God is exact. He is precise. He is complete. He is total. That's what it means to be just. Look at your neighbor and say, I am that I am. And that's all I am. I'm perfectly shaped and I am perfect. Somebody say amen. Listen, late Middle English, the old French from the Latin word justus, it comes from the word just or law, and the other word is right, meaning I'm just right.
That's right, Bishop.
I'm just right. See, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I'm just right.
That's right.
Did you know that you're just right? When God made you, he made you total and complete. He made you exactly the way he wanted you to be. He made you precisely according to plan. He made you absolutely perfect, absolutely wonderful, absolutely marvelous. He made you entirely complete and perfect. But people have made us believe that we are short, that we lack, that we don't have what it takes, that we are lacking in some areas, when God said that you are good and perfect.
My God. Wow.
So just be. See, that means there's some adjustments that you have to make as it relates to how you think or how you feel about yourself. Let's keep going. Just be. Just be. Just be. I'm nothing other than me. This is who I be. And whether you like it or not, I am that I am, and that's all that I am. Are you with me? I'm missing some notes, but God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Amen. It's in my belly. Praise God. Just be. Stop being what other people say that you should be. Have you been in a relationship where people try to make you something that you're not? They have this idea of who you should be. And it's only because they don't think enough of themselves. So they try to get you to be a certain thing so that they can feel a certain way about themselves. Now they make you think that you are the problem, but the real problem is them.
All right now. Come on now.
Yes, because you're twisted and you don't understand who you are. Now you're trying to reflect that on me. And if I'm stupid, dumb, and crazy to let you do that, then I would try to conform or contort into being what you want me to be. And watch this, because God didn't make me that way. It's very difficult for me to be that because I am somebody. Bless his name. Yes. But I'm perfect and complete in God. Because I am God. Y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that. I'm perfect and complete because I am God. Because the only thing God can make is himself. I'm going to leave that alone. He can't make nothing else but God. Yes, just like trees can only bear a tree, praise God. An apple can only harvest or yield apples, amen. A tomato can only give birth to a tomato, A plant can only give birth to a plant. Fish can only give birth to fishes, amen. And God can only give birth to himself. Bless his name. So just be. Just be. Be who God made you to be. And don't let society to make you conform to the image that they have of you. Watch this. Don't allow people to classify you. Classify you. Yes. I'm going to leave that alone. But don't let people classify you and put you in a category and make you feel like this is all you can be. And if you're anything outside of that, then it's amazing how you can say I'm one thing and the people who run in that circle feel good about you until you say you're this and that, and now you upset the whole herd. Have you ever been in a situation like that? You can like whatever, you can like what you like, amen. Who are you to tell me what I can like? I like what I like. I like what I like. But the question is, why do I like what I like? How is it that I like what I like? Where did that come from? Where did the I like that come from? Where did the taste come in my mouth? How did it come about in the first place? I wasn't even thinking about that, but all of a sudden I got that on my mind. Oh my God. Where did it come from, Where did it come from? Well, the Bible tells me that God gives you the desires of your heart. I'm preaching real good. Yes, he gives you the I. Yes, it is. He gives you the and to do of his good pleasure. It's a little slow, but the will and to do of his good pleasure. God gives you that. He gives you the desire of your heart. Watch it. And then he turns around and gives you the desire of your heart. Delaying, God gives you the desire of your heart. And then he turns around and gives you the desire of your heart. Watch it. He gives you the, you know what, I want some chocolate. And then you were thinking about vanilla ice cream. And then all of a sudden, you had a desire for some chocolate. God gave you the desire for some chocolate. And then he turned around and gave you some chocolate. It's like this. I want some chocolate. And God's like, oh, you want some chocolate? And yes. And you're like, oh my God. And you go, God, man, that's a good idea. I want some chocolate. And God is like, oh my God, I can't believe it. This girl wants some chocolate. Well, oh my God, let's get her some chocolate. And then he turns around and gives her some chocolate because that's what she desires. Some chocolate, some almond joy, some good. God will give you the desire of your heart. You want to do it? Yes. Oh, that's his name. Oh my God, this tastes so good. Now I really like this chocolate because we got custard. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. I'm gonna pop your hand in this. Look at your neighbor, say your neighbor, God will give you the desires of your heart. Just because. Oh, bless his name. Oh, bless his name. Woo! Come on, bless his name. Come on, bless his name. Woo! Oh, come on, clap your hands and give God some praise. Woo! Oh, yeah. Come on, bless his name. Come on, clap your hands. Oh my God. Look at your neighbor and tell you, neighbor, he did it just because.
He did it just because.
Just because. And that's how God is. And just because, he'll bring about the effect. Because that's how it goes. Look at your neighbor and say, that's how it goes. Huh. Yes, just be. Just be right. Just be true to yourself. Just be true to yourself. Thursday we talked about initiation. And you have to understand that you are the initiator. Yeah, you waiting on God. And God is waiting on you.
Come on, Bishop.
See, and you think that way because you don't understand your position. You think God's waiting on you. But he is waiting on you. He's waiting on you to speak to the mountain. He's waiting on you to take that mustard seed of faith and begin to declare. He said, command me and see what I do. My God. Say it. I'm waiting on you to just speak the word. Only if you just open your mouth and be. And see, here's the thing. The reason why you can do that is because of who you are. Without your brain, without the mind that you have, and the ability to think, you're no different than a pig or a horse.
My God.
But you have the ability to think, and you have the ability to speak, and because of that, you have the ability to create. He said, command me, see when I do it. God is waiting to move on your behalf, and he will do it just because. I'm preaching real good right now. Yes, watch this. Genesis 7:4 says, for yet 7 days, and I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights, and every living substance that I have made will I destroy off of the face of the earth. Now this is God talking to Moses, and this is, he was going to cause it to rain, but here is the thing, this is the law of first mention. It was first mentioned, and this is interesting, it was first mentioned in Genesis chapter number 7, verse 4, that God was going to cause it to rain. Now what the significance is, that what makes this so important is because it had never rained before. So God was going to cause something to happen that never happened before.
Come on.
Because. Because. In other words, nothing happens unless you make it happen. Yeah, it hadn't rained because God hadn't said it was going to rain. Cause means reason, source, or root. It's the origin, the basics, the foundation, the grounds. And he formed him out of the dust, the particles. You remember when God made man, he formed him from the ground. It is the basis, it's the foundation. It is what everything else comes out of. To produce, to instigate. How many instigators are there? How many of you guys, see what's wrong with y'all been instigating the wrong stuff. Y'all been starting the stupid stuff. The dumb stuff. And then you have enough nerve to talk about, yeah, girl, I told her off. Yeah, what? You did what? And what did that get you but more problems and more headaches? Take that energy and create a world for you. How about that? How about taking that energy and creating some rain in your life so you can grow something? Why don't you create a storm, a perfect storm in your own life? To blow away all the debris and the trash. Yes, and clear the path for something new. Try doing that. Call those things that be not as though they were. Call those things that be not as. Why don't you do that? My God. Instigate. Instigate a fight.
Come on now.
That's the best you can do with what God has given you. Now God has given you himself, his power. He's given you the authority to create. And the best you can do is start a fight. If I was God, I'd take it back.
Thank you. I'm just saying.
And all you can do with this is start a fight.
Come on.
All you can do is go on your job and I told her. All you can do is go on your job and get fired? Really?
I'm just saying.
All you can do is cuss and fuss and you know how you get, some folks, the neck thing. I don't want to break my neck. I love my neck. I need my neck to hold my head. If I ain't going to do it, I ain't going to do it. Ain't going to do it. You're going to take the power that God has given you and create mayhem in your life? Really?
All right. Can't do it.
And then blame somebody else like the devil? Yeah, if I was the devil, I'd be tired of all y'all. Because half of that stuff, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I wasn't even there. I was across town messing with somebody else. What are you talking about? I didn't even have you in my preview. I just did not have you in my view. Not at all. God help me. Instigate. Who do you want to instigate? Because if you don't have anything at the end of the day, it's because you didn't instigate nothing.
Come on, Bishop. Wow.
If you go through 2018 and when you hit 2019, you just as broke as you are, it's because you didn't instigate anything. It's because you didn't take your power that God gave you to create something out of nothing. It's nobody's fault but to cause means to trigger.
Wow. My God.
Some stuff won't happen until it's triggered.
Right.
You gotta trigger it.
That's right. My God.
It's there all day and night waiting on somebody to trigger it.
That's right. Well.
And then she go just walking by. Okay. She don't even know. I just wait. Because I watch this, because as awesome as I am, I can't move until somebody triggers me. I can't be magnificent. I can't be wonderful. I can't work miracles until somebody triggers me. I need somebody to trigger me. That's the way God designed it. I can't act on my own because I'm a trigger, right? See, something has to guide how I trigger and when I trigger, because if not, I'll just trigger. And it will be meaningless. But when you trigger me, it's going to be with purpose. So, cause, be the trigger. Be the thing that ignites power in your life. Is that right? To cause means to begin. Yeah, everything starts with you. Everything begins here. It means to affect, to make happen, to bring about. You're going to love this one, to set off. You saw the movie Set It Off. That was some crazy stuff. But they set it off, right? For this cause, or for this reason. See, you have to do what you do because. So be the one to cause the miracle to happen in your life. Be the cause that causes blessings, the blessings of the Lord to run after you and to overtake you. See, you look at people and you're mad because, for one thing, you look at rich people and wonder why they keep getting rich. Have you ever said this? Somebody's driving a Mercedes and they win a Mercedes? How does that happen?
Right.
Is that right? How is it? First of all, they don't need another one.
Right.
But you have to understand the principle. They didn't get it because they needed it. They got it because they activated a principle.
Right. Okay.
And why are you still poor? And why are you still, as hard as you pray and as much as you believe God for, you still can't make it to next month?
Come on, Bishop.
Why? You're activating a principle as well. You're not initiating. You're not being caused. You're not perfect. You're not being absolute. You're not being clear about who you are. You're fickle in your thinking. You're teeter-tottering between who you are and who people say that you are. You're unstable. You're confused. You're divided against yourself. And the house divided against itself can't stand. But once you become exact and purposeful and clear and absolute, you set your face like a flint because you know who you are, then you will see the effects of your cause.
That's right. Good stuff.
Now, how did God cause it to rain? And I will cause it to rain upon the earth 40 days. And God said.
That's right.
And see, when you understand who you are, you will open your mouth and speak with power and authority, with clarity and with purpose. You won't guess about it. You will say, in 3 days, I'll rise. You'll say, and light be, and light was. You will call those things that be not as though they were. Why? Because. Why is it that I'm blessed? I'm the cause. Listen, if you're blessed, it is because of you. If you're not blessed, it's because of you. And I know that hurts. I know you don't like it. But it's a reality that you've got to face.
That's right.
So this year of exchange, you have to be the one to initiate, to instigate, to provoke God to move for you. See, it's not collective effort. It's individual.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Because, see, somebody can be sitting here filthy rich. And the rest of us filthy broke.
All right.
But why? It's because. So you have to choose. What are you going to cause to happen in your life? Did you hear what I said? What are you going to cause to happen? What are you going to cause to happen? What are you going to cause? What are you going to demand to happen in your life? What do you want? What do you need to happen in your life? Be just because. You got to shed that old man. You've got to shed that old man. You've got to take off who you have been and put on who you should have been all the time. Who is the cause of everything? God. The only thing that can create nothing, something out of nothing, is so when are you going to cause it to be? And notice I said it, because in it is everything that is. When are you going to cause it to be? When are you, see, that's how, you don't even understand. God, he said, whatever he said, ask and it shall be given. He said, ask me and I'll do it. If you just ask me, you have not because you don't ask, and because you ask amiss. You are scared to ask me for the impossible because you don't understand that you can do what is impossible. Here's the other thing. Let me turn it around. You don't believe God can do the impossible. That's what it is. You don't believe God can do it. Once you believe that God can do it and you realize that you are his son, then you will begin to believe that you can do what your father does. That's what Jesus said. I do those things which I see my father do.
Yes.
That's right.
Because be the reason why your life. Because at the end of the day, you are the reason why you're blessed.
Yeah.
You are the reason why you are anointed.
That's right.
You are the reason why people are running you down to bless you. You are the cause. So get in this exchange game. And all you have to do is open your mouth.
That's it.
That's what God's to do.
Yeah. That's it.
I decree that this day forward, it shall not rain.
Right.
Elijah shut up the heavens that it did not rain for the span of 3 years. He just spoke it. What have you been speaking over your life? I'm going to tell you, what you've been experiencing is what you've been speaking.
Amen. Ouch.
Yes. Be the cause. The effect is automatic.
Yeah. Wow.
Be the cause. The effect is automatic. If you can just be, if you can just be, everything else is automatic.
That's it.
Today, make up your mind to be.
Amen.
Own who you are. You are God. Period. I'm going to sugarcoat it. You are God. Period. Look at your neighbor. Look at your neighbor. Guess who you're sitting beside yourself?
My God.
See, you don't recognize yourself because it's in a different form.
Yeah.
You don't even recognize the chair that you're sitting in. It is God in another form.
Amen. Right.
The only thing that is God.
That's it. Yeah.
Because the only thing he can duplicate is himself. Ain't God good?
Amen.
Father, I thank you. How many of you can hear this message? You can hear it, but you have a hard time grasping it. Y'all got me? Y'all all right? Y'all in the right place. Father, I pray that everyone under the sound of my voice will begin to be right now. Will be everything that you've called us to be, and be it now. I don't want you to let another day, not another moment go by and you not be everything that God called you to be. Look the devil in the eye and say, get behind me. When trouble comes, you better stand in who you are. You better not bow down because God didn't. The devil tried to get Jesus to bow down. He said, thou shalt have no other God before me. I shall worship God and him alone, not you. I will not bow down to my circumstances. I will not bow down to my situation. I don't care if I'm broke. I will not bow down to not having money in my pocket. I will still stand and be all that God called me to be. I will not bow down to poverty. I will not bow down to lack. My car can break down if it wants to. I will leave it in the middle of the street. Oh, bless his name. I've done it before. I will not bow down to the pressures of life. I will not bow down to sickness and disease because I am God manifested in the flesh. As a matter of fact, this dirt that I am encased in is subject to me. It is because I need it to be. But it does not have any power over me. It does not have authority over me. Bless his name. Bless his name. Somebody ought to get excited. I will not bow. I will not bow. Tell your neighbor, I will not bow. Watch this. I will not bow to your advancement. I don't need you. Because I have everything inside of me that I need. Oh my God, I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. I thought I needed you yesterday, but I realized something about me today. I don't need you. I take the power that I've given you back. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did you a disservice. I made you think that I needed you, but I don't. Unless I take it back, I'm so sorry. I put more on you than necessary. I'm so sorry. God bless you. Amen. Come on, clap your hands and give God some praise.